Hey YouTube, Curtis Spade here. This video you're about to watch was recorded using my iPhone and not my camera that I'm using now. So the quality might be different, the dimensions might change, but I was trying to do something new to take y'all out there with me while I was game hunting, as opposed to bringing everything back and reviewing it here at the house. Leave a comment below telling me what you, which way you prefer better, and I hope y'all enjoy. Just got up pretty early this morning. I saw an estate sale, but before I head there, I stopped by our Goodwill computer store. And once again, our Goodwill computer store is like all 16 of our local Goodwills. Any electronics stuff like power cords, video games, even DVDs, they're supposed to send all of that stuff to the computer store, which is really beneficial for me, because then I don't have to spend a ton of gas to go to all of the Goodwill stores that are around here. Granted, there's not 100% guarantee they're going to send everything to that store, but it's just something. It's just a risk I'm willing to take. I'm just willing to go to that store. I still find some pretty cool stuff here and there. Still have sour grapes about missing the Mario Kart Double Dash last week, but what are you gonna do? So this morning there wasn't really anything very awesome, but I was able to pick up a Game Boy Advance game, and it is a Spyro Attack of the Rhinos, and so I only paid $1.99 for it. It's easily a $3, $4, maybe $5 game, depending on where you get it. So $1.99, and they don't charge tax there, which is awesome. I don't know if they do that at like normal Goodwills or not, but at this place they don't charge tax, so I can't complain. $1.99 straight up. So I'm on my way to a estate sale now, and I will get back with y'all later. Okay, so I'm leaving the estate sale back there in that house. They didn't want me recording in there just because it's somebody else's house. And I saw the ad on Craigslist for the estate sale, so that's the reason why I drove about 25-30 minutes to here, just hoping that there were some good prices on the stuff I saw. I saw a GameCube and a few games that I was very interested in, and once I get back to the truck. Okay, YouTube, so I just left, it's a house way back there. You can't really see it anymore, but they had an estate sale, and I bought some GameCube games for $25. And not that y'all care, this is a gaming channel, but I got a free full bottle of Weed Be Gone. That's like 15 bucks, so awesome. Especially with spring coming. God, I hate yard work. Anyways, let's go over what I got. I got all this for $25. Each one of these games was labeled $5, regardless of if they were completely over $5 in value or way under. Well, you can't be really way under, but like a $2 or $1 game. But anyways, the first thing I got is not really a game, but it's an Ultimate Codes for the GameCube, and it's for The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. It's not really a game. It's probably worth the $5 that's on the tag, but it's associated with Zelda, and I'm a big Zelda fan, so I went ahead and grabbed it. The next thing was Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Complete, and I played this game when it first came out. It's okay. I mean, it's not great. It's not as horrible as I've heard people say, but it's okay. The next game I got is Gauntlet Dark Legacy Complete. And this is a very, very fun game. So if you haven't played this game, I definitely recommend checking this game out. I prefer it on the GameCube. I think it came out on the PlayStation 2 or the Xbox. Drawing a blank right now. But I definitely prefer playing this on the GameCube. The next game that I got
is Metroid Prime 2 Echoes Complete. I actually haven't played through this game all the way. It's pretty ridiculously hard at points. I think I'm like 60 or 70% the way done with the game. I just haven't popped it in lately, so I might want to go home and do that, see if I can't beat that. I also got, unfortunately it's not complete. It has all the inserts except for the manual, but all the discs are in great condition. Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. This is my third copy. I actually sold a copy that wasn't complete, so I would actually have 4 if I kept it. I might keep it, just be on the lookout for a manual so I can have 3 complete copies. Not that I need 3 complete copies, but I'm a Zelda fan. Why not? So, got that. And I also got the Ocarina of Time Master Quest, and it looks like they bought it from GameStop for 25 bucks. Well, I got mine for a lot cheaper than that. Like I said, this one's complete. The disc is in like pristine condition. I don't even think they play these games. It's crazy how good of condition the discs are actually in. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest. And then finally, I got a Wavebird controller. I've actually never had a Wavebird controller. Even when the GameCube first came out and I was playing the GameCube as my newest console, I still never had the Wavebird controller. And the value of it has gone up and is a very valuable thing, accessory to have for the GameCube. But what's really hard to find with the Wavebird controller is the receiver. And I was kind of upset because they had the stack of games on the table, and then they had the boxed GameCube, and it had the Game Boy player attached to it, but they didn't have the Game Boy player disc. At least I didn't find it, so I passed on it because they wanted 50 bucks for the GameCube, the Game Boy player. And there's actually Metroid Fusion in the Game Boy player for the Game Boy Advance, but I passed on it because you can get a GameCube for like 20-25 bucks, and the Game Boy player without the disc is only worth like 10, maybe 15. So it just wasn't worth the 50 that they were asking. I just wasn't really willing to pay it. But the Wavebird controller was sitting on the table next to the games, and I'm like, where's the receiver? So I popped open the box, and there it was, and I was so excited that they had it. So I got that as well. So I got the controller, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games, and a free bottle of Weed Be Gone. So 6 games and a controller. That's 7. 7 divided by into 25 is 3 and some change. So I paid 3 and some change for all of that. Not a bad deal. So I really don't have any more plans to get some games. With the controller. There's some Zelda games in there that I'm going to get. I'll go ahead and cut off the camera now because I'm not supposed to be recording in here. Alright, YouTube. I just left the Money Man Pawn, and let me go ahead and show you what I got. So I spent $30 total, plus tax, so like 32 bucks. But this is what I got. I got Pokemon Blue for $3 and some odd cents. and I got to test them, and they all save, which is awesome. Zelda Oracle of Ages. This one was put in the wrapper backwards, so I gotta take it out. And this one is Zelda Oracle of Seasons. And I got one more Game Boy game. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening DX. So I spent $3 and some odd cents on each one of those. And then they had a GameCube that was priced at $18.95 or something. And it was sitting in the inside the display case, and it looked like this. And I'm like, So I asked the guy, I'm like, hey man, you got a little wireless receiver on the front of this. Does it come with the controller? And he goes, I don't know. I'm like, well, does it come to wires too? And he goes, let me go in the back and double check. And he brings out the bag, and it has the power cable, and it has the AV cable, and it has the Wavebird controller. And I got to test it. It works perfectly. So I basically got that for $15 altogether. And if anybody knows, the Wavebird controller is worth that alone. So it's crazy. I got 2 Wavebird controllers today. One for $3 something, the other one, you know, $15 for the console and the controller. You can't beat that. That's great. So I'm gonna go grab something to eat, waste a little bit of time to meet up with this guy on Craigslist, where I'm supposed to be getting a ton of Game Boy games. So until then, see. Okay, YouTube. Sorry if the quality on my video today is a little bit bad. I don't know. I'm just recording it on my phone. I didn't bring my camera with me. Anyways, the Craigslist deal that I was telling you about with all of the Game Boy games, I went ahead and met up with her. Really cute, by the way. Hope my wife's not watching this. Anyways, really good deal. I got a Indigo Game Boy Advance, and it does have the battery cover, which for some reason is crazy. You can't find battery covers for these things. The only downside is, I don't know if it's going to let you see it. There's like a little dink right here in the screen where it's a little darker. It looks great though. And it works great, and I'll show you all the games that I got, including the one that's already in there. It is, I'm gonna have light for this thing, Mario Kart Super Circuit. Yeah, so that's cool. I got a, would this be a Glacier Game Boy color? It's like a transparent purple. But anyways, I actually got rid of my Game Boy Color. Traded in the GameStop years ago, and I actually think this was the color I had, which is crazy. So, and then I got, this was the gem in the lot. This is the reason why I bought the lot, was the Pokemon Yellow version, and it saves. The last one I bought off of Craigslist, it was in really good shape, but it didn't save. So this one saves. Awesome. Got Galaga and Galaxian. Centipede and Millipede. I actually had this game with my original Game Boy, and I played it for hours. Another game I had with my original Game Boy. I think everyone did. I think it came with the Game Boy. Tetris? Yeah, Tetris. Speedy Gonzales. Didn't know they had this game. That's funny. Donkey Kong. I actually got this on Craigslist deal on one of my previous videos, and the label is really messed up. So that label's a lot better. Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle. Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Disney's Aladdin. And I'll probably, if I end up keeping this game, I'm gonna alphabetically put this with the A's. I was watching the Game Chasers, and he had a Super Nintendo Aladdin that he filed with the D's for Disney Aladdin. I'll put that with the A's if I end up keeping it. Probably won't though. Donkey Kong Land 2, Kirby's Pinball Land, Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry, Game Boy Color, 102 Dalmatians, Puppies to the Rescue, and 3 more. Donkey Kong Land, played hours and hours of that. Mary Kate and Ashley, we've all seen plenty of those, and Animaniacs. So I got all those games and the 2 Game Boys for 40 bucks. I offered 35, but she replied back. I thought I was talking to a guy, but I was talking to a girl. She replied back basically saying that she had quite a bit of people email her about it that were offering the 40, but they emailed her after I did, so she was giving me first dibs. I'm like, alright, 40's fine, because let's face it, the Pokemon Yellow is worth $30 to $35 just by itself, so it was worth it. I might be doing another Craigslist deal for some Super Nintendo games here in a little bit, and if I do, I'll add it on to this. Alright guys, this is my last thing for the day. I met up with a guy on Craigslist. It was my last Craigslist deal of the day that I know of. You know, I might get some more, but it's the only one else I've had planned for today. And I got a big stack of Super Nintendo games plus the Super Nintendo console itself. So that's pretty sweet, and I'm going to go ahead and show you everything that I got once I get it all laid out. Alrighty. So first off, I got the Super Nintendo console. Has the yellowing on the top, but it does power on. I'm pretty sure it works. So got that, and it also came with let's see, 1 controller and 2 controllers, both first-party controllers, so that's pretty cool. Also came with the power cord and the AV cable. So that is complete with this for the system. Now let's move on to the games. First game I got is Pilot Wings. Moving on to Super Mario Kart, and then Super Mario World, Tetris 2, Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, Donkey Kong Country 2, got a little dust cover there. Donkey Kong Country 3. Mario is Missing. Smart Ball. And Super Mario All-Stars with the dust cover. And for that whole lot, I paid $55. I initially offered the guy 40 bucks. You know, I always start off with a lowball offer. He was closer to 100 bucks to start off with, and he goes, I don't really know what it's worth. How about 100? And that was probably, you know, thinking off the top of my head, I mean, the console alone was worth around, what, 50? Super Mario All-Stars is like 20. Yoshi's Island is like, what, 25 or something, 25, 30 bucks. So, you know, it's probably worth the $100, but I don't pay retail for my games because we're game hunters. So, you know, I told him $100 is just way too much for me, you know. I got cash now. So he goes, you know, what do you offer? I'm like, 40 bucks. He goes, well, make it 60. And no, I went ahead and just gave him 50 bucks. I'm like, all right, 50 bucks is what I'm willing to do. He goes, make it 60 and you got a deal. And I'm just like, you know, I want to start off with 40. I gave you 50 because you were significantly higher than where I was at. Meet me at 55. And he thought about it for a few hours. I'm like, oh man, you know, I don't want to have to go to 60. But he ended up texting me back, all right, man, 55 is good. So I got all that for $55. So just like my video, leave a comment below and tell me what you think the best pickup was for all of this stuff that I got today. And just subscribe to my channel, and I will see y'all later.